Hello, this is Bill Todd, the LinkedIn sales coach, with a really quick strategic update on our last webinar. During that webinar, I really emphasized how important it is for you to take keywords and sprinkle them throughout your LinkedIn profile, specifically in your headline, in your summary, and in your current and past job descriptions. We do this because it attracts the eyes of prospects who are searching for our services or location. Now, you may remember I recommended two tools. One is called Google Keyword Tools, and the other one is called Keyword Spy. Now, no sooner were we in the studio and recording that webinar than Google 86th Keyword Tools. Now, you know what that means? That means that they did away with it. That's it. It's gone. It's going to be gone in a couple weeks, actually. It's been a tough year for Google systems and tools. If you get to like a specific tool or service, it seems every time you pick up one of the trade magazines, Google's done away with it. Now, in this particular case, they've replaced it with another system called Google Keyword Planner. It's complex and robust. It's going to be a great system for your webmasters and people who are into e-commerce, but it's way too much horsepower for what we need. The good news is the second tool is just as effective, and if you promise not to tell anybody, they pull their data from Google anyways. So right now, I'm going to show you first how Keyword Spy is a great tool to ensure that the keywords that you like, that you want to put in your profile, are in fact the ones people are searching. And the even better news is if they're not the best, Keyword Spy will tell you which ones pull in more eyeballs than the ones you selected. And then we'll learn how to go take a peek at your competitor and see what they've been up to and borrow some of their keywords. During our webinar, I asked you to come up with a list of, let's say, of 3 to 5 keywords that you believe that sales prospects who are looking to buy the products and services or locations that you represent are sitting down at Google, Bing, or LinkedIn and entering in. Now, we're going to take that list over to Keyword Spy, and it's going to do two things. It's going to reconfirm whether or not these are the best 3 to 5 words to sprinkle throughout your LinkedIn profile. But if not, it's going to tell you the more powerful, the more magnetic words. Let me show you how easy it is to do. The very first thing we want you to do is type in Keyword Spy into your browser, and it will take you right here. Once we get on this page, just really quickly, I want to point out you do not have to join. You can use this without being a member. I do recommend you get the free membership because there's a lot of really interesting things other than a keyword research tool that we're going to use. And you never ever have to pay for the professional version. That's something that a webmaster or an e-commerce director, but for our use, the free version is fantastic. Now, the very first thing, since you're on this page, I want you to go up here and look at research. When you click on it, a bevy of options will come cascading out of that little profile clip up there. Pay no attention to it. Just click on it. Okay? It will take you to an almost identical page. Now, in the search window up here, I want you to look at what these are called radio buttons. And I want you to click on keywords. And then go back to the search window and drop in this particular case, I work for a 4 to 5 star resort in Williamsburg, Virginia. I've got 3 to 5 keywords that I believe will draw people into my LinkedIn profile, and my number one choice is Williamsburg. So I go over here to search, and lo and behold, I did pretty good on that first attempt. Williamsburg gets searched 1.83 million times a month. And if you look at the chart on the right, you see it, of course, peaks very high in the summer and then gets a complete jump start again in November. So we're not going to be able to do a whole lot better than Williamsburg, but let's look down at some keyword groupings down right below it. Williamsburg, Virginia, very high, 450,000. Williamsburg, VA, people are a little lazy. They get 100,000 more for over 500,000. Here's Colonial Williamsburg. Interesting, when you have limited space like we do for keywords, Colonial Williamsburg only brings in about 1/5 of what Williamsburg, Virginia or Williamsburg, VA do. So let's make the decisions with our limited space that attract the most eyeballs. Also, you've got Williamsburg, Virginia Hotel and hotels. They're just about the same. They're 27 and 22,000. Let's go back to Williamsburg and let's take a look at Williamsburg Resort. That's what we truly are. Click search. Now this doesn't have quite the volume, but it's got a lot of very focused buyers, okay? So it's getting 22,200 right over here. But look, Williamsburg Hotels pulls better than Williamsburg Resorts or Resort. It's up almost 3 times. It's 60,000. I've got limited space. Maybe Williamsburg Hotels is a better decision than Williamsburg Resort. But if we go down here, Williamsburg Lodging is also strong. These are just great. Williamsburg Hotel by itself is equally as strong as Williamsburg Hotels. So when you've got limited space, weave as many of these in as you can, but play priority. Let's use the ones that attract more eyeballs. Now, one more attempt. I also think that Williamsburg Weddings would be very, very good for my profile. Let's have a look at that. Well, it's $880 a month, but I'll bet you that's a lot of brides and a lot of mothers, and that may be an extraordinarily strong $880. But wait a minute, there's some other words down here for people who are searching weddings that are used more often. Bed and breakfast seems to really resonate. I think people want to stay at the bed and breakfast that they're coming down for the wedding. So if I'm at a resort, I can say stay at a resort that has the look and feel of a bed and breakfast. Bang! I plug into keywords that have more magnetic drawing power than just weddings. Look at Williamsburg Bed and Breakfast, 660. Look at Bed and Breakfast Williamsburg. It's just moving the words around. The results are about the same. So really good stuff. And over on the right-hand side, these are related words. But photographer, people are very interested in photographers. If you can weave into your summary how you work with photographers at your property for weddings, it's certainly going to resonate with brides and mothers. It's going to pull in eyes that may not have been looking for a hotel, but boom, your LinkedIn profile captured them. So once again, it's Keyword Spy. It's free. Don't ever pay for it. Do get the membership. It's worthwhile, and use it. It's a great little tool. And then once you finish this job, come back and see all the other cool stuff in this site. It'll amaze you. Good luck. So in this scenario, my objective is to find some really powerful keywords that I'm not aware of and sprinkle them throughout my LinkedIn profile, in my title, in my summary, and even in my current and past job descriptions. In this particular case, I'm now working for a luxury hotel in Washington, D.C. Okay, I need to really jumpstart my profile. So one of the first tools I'm going to turn to is Keyword Spy right here. And I want you to go up and click the very first button under the search window called Domains. Then get the URL or the web address of the hotel that you compete against and drop it right here in this box. And when you do that, Keyword Spy will return a tremendous amount of information. Now let me also share with you that this is the type of site that people who are managing your web or managing your e-commerce, they turn to sites like this all the time. For us, we're going to dip in and dip out. We're going to get some quick information, but I got to tell you, we're shopping for bread, and this is a beautiful French bakery, so you will want to look around after you find your few keywords and do, because there's so much cool stuff on this site, it's not funny. But let me go down real quick. So the first thing we're going to look at here is see where it says PPC Overview. That means this list of keyword phrases is so important to this hotel. They believe it's going to draw so well, they actually pay for it. They actually use this in their advertising. PPC stands for pay per click. And as you can see, they are utilizing tools such as Historic Hotels Washington, D.C., Historic Hotels Boutique Hotels, Romantic Hotels. Maybe we should have an Historic Romantic Hotel. But historic and hotels and DC is really paying off for them, and that's what they're investing in. Now, let's look down here real quickly to what's called the organic overview. That's where the real magic happens. Those are the words that are drawing in eyeballs to this company's or hotel's website. And we're not paying for them. They're working on their own. Spa is very important. This hotel has a small spa. The Plume and the Quill, those are their food and beverage establishments. And of course, you're going to see Jefferson there. So they're getting a lot of organic stuff off their name. But what we've learned here is historic, boutique, romantic, and spa really draw in the type of consumer that wants this product. So for absolutely free, I peeked under the curtain of my competitor, I learned their keywords, and now I've got some vital data that I'm going to sprinkle throughout my profile, and it's really going to help me attract new first-time prospects.